What's up, everybody? I'm Rook,
And I'm Marcon.
and we're bringing you another lovely episode of Raw and Nerdy. But what's cool about this one today is, as of the day of recording, a couple of days ago, the Video Game Awards came out for 2025. And surprise, surprise, one took over almost all of the awards.
Yeah. It's not like we haven't been talking all year about this game and that it was probably going to happen, but yeah, we all knew. But we'll get into it and we'll talk about it. So,
And there's also some surprises on there, too, that I was pleasantly surprised with. But first, let's do our normal. How was your week, man?
well, you mean my weeks? I feel like I haven't been here talking to you guys in forever because we took the time off and then we were sick. And then last week I had a lot of personal things going on, so I wasn't available. So Rook and our good friend Rabbit took over the episode and did an amazing job. Hopefully you guys liked that World of Warcraft episode. I wish I was there because I had a lot to talk about. So we'll have to talk about WoW again. Yeah, we'll have to because, that game consumed my life for way too many years of my life. And I think we're going to try and start playing together when we can. But
yeah, that was the plan anyway.
Crazy enough, though, I haven't really had a whole lot of time to do a whole lot of anything. I've been working. I almost feel like I should buy a lottery ticket because my luck has been so bad this week that something good has to happen. I was at work on Monday and slipped and fell on some ice and hurt my shoulder really bad. And I'm going through a workman's comp thing at the moment where, I'm still working. I'm just doing all managerial stuff now and like ride-alongs, and I'm not like doing any lifting. I'm not allowed to drive, none of that good stuff. So I'm really limited, which has changed a lot of our Christmas plans and stuff for work. So now I have to go up north to our branch up north to do some ride-alongs up there because our regional manager, who was going to be doing that, now has to be down here doing the things I was going to be doing. And it's just been a lot of fun. Lots and lots of fun. And then Friday, I went to go just walk into my bedroom, and in my house, it's like 3 steps down into my bedroom. And I was wearing socks, and I slipped on the slippery floor. The floor was just slick because of my socks. I slipped and fell down those stairs, back right into the middle of the stairs. Hurt my shoulder even worse. Hurt my back. Now I'm all sorts of screwed up. I have to go back to the work doctor tomorrow anyway for my shoulder, and he's gonna be like, what the heck, why is this so much worse? But
well, what you see happen here was
well, what had happened was so I'm guessing I'm going to be on less than wanted duty for the remainder of the Christmas season. I'm probably going to be hurting for a while, and it is what it is. But I've played a little bit of video games this week just because, I could. And the only thing I can really do is sit up in my chair. So I got, been playing a little bit of WoW. I got into that a little bit. And then Path of Exile 2 just had a huge patch where they added the Druid class, which is my favorite class in any game. So I've been playing that for the past couple days. The way they did the Druid, I'm speechless. It is amazing how they are, like, Path of Exiles is just putting Blizzard to shame.
Not hard. Blizzard got cocky.
Diablo 4, I wanted it to be such a good game. It was okay at launch. It got a little bit better, and then Path of Exiles 2, and I came out and we saw what like that genre could be. And I haven't even tried to play Diablo since. It's just not even close. Like the way the love and the care that they put into this druid, how seamless it just switches between transformations between wolf and bear and wyvern, and it just like everything just flows seamless, and it's so good. And the graphics look good, and just everything about it is just so good. And the Vikings are about to score. Yes. Anyway, yeah. So Rook is a huge Cowboys fan, as you can tell, and I'm a huge Vikings fan. And right now, the Vikings are playing the Cowboys while we're recording this. So
I'm
if you
such a
hear random,
huge Cowboys fan. I got a rock with a star on it.
yeah, he put a rock with a star on it so that
Actually,
anytime he gets mad at how bad the Cowboys are playing, he can throw his rock at things.
it was given to me as a gift one Christmas.
But so if you hear random outbursts of excitement, that's why. From either of us. But anyway, yeah, it's just so well done, and it plays so smooth, and I'm loving it. And in response to the new Druid class, Diablo at the Game Awards announced a brand new class that they're releasing. They're releasing the Paladin. The only difference is you have to buy the expansion to be able to have access to play the Paladin, whereas with Path of Exiles, if you have it, you just got the Druid for free with a patch.
Yeah, that's a little ridiculous.
$40 for an extra for a not so great game to play an extra class, or you get it for free with a better game that's still only in early access. So like the game is so much better and it's only in early access. Like that's wild. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've been up to.
I haven't been up to much on my end. It's been well, last week I worked and I worked all weekend because I swapped with a coworker of mine who is working this coming weekend, and I am going to actually tell him. I already told him don't work it. I'll work it because I need funds. So I won't be exhausted. But it was fun recording that episode with Rabbit, but it would have been so much better if you were there because I came up with the idea for us to do that show, ran it by you, expecting you to be there because you and Rabbit are the go-to people on about WoW.
Yes, you can't see it, but this is me hitting the gritty. Justin Jefferson. Okay, sorry. Oh, really? Never mind. They called an illegal formation. You gotta be kidding me.
But yeah, it's we're going to do another episode for you. But I've been streaming yesterday, the Saturday before we record. I ran with a couple of members of TCO doing some more stuff, and that was just fun. We just had a grand old time laughing and hooting and hollering, and my brother was like, I can hear you in your office just having
That's
fun.
fine.
I was like, yeah, we're having fun. We haven't been able to do this in a long time, but I still gotta get better at editing on time instead of doing last minute edits. But yeah, we had fun. I had fun this past week. I'm glad I got a weekend off, but the holidays are almost here. I'm going to chill. I bought a couple of new Magic decks from Etsy that were pre-built by a person on there.
Are they proxies or are they real decks?
No, they are actually real cards.
Okay.
It was actually a real deck. One of them is a Vampire Angel deck. And one of them is a ninja deck.
You're really gonna try and pull out the Vampire Angel? Where'd you get that idea?
No, I don't know. I thought I heard it somewhere, but I just can't remember where I heard it. But no, the actual deck is a lot of life gain, life drain. So it works well.
Yep. That's what vampires and angels do.
I asked my brother to run the deck for me because I hadn't had when I got it, I hadn't had a chance to play with him because I was working weekends. So I asked my brother to run it, and he ran it against his son who built a goblin deck. all goblins are primarily 1/1 goblins, and it's a token generator. Well, this deck, this Vampire Angel deck, has a enchantment that says all creatures get -1/-1. So every time a token would generate, it would die. And it's just like,
what are you using as your commander?
what's her name? She's
An
angel
angel
that
or a vampire?
she's an angel that I can't remember her name off the top of my head, but she's an angel that instead of paying her +2 tax for every time you play her from the command zone, you pay 2 life instead.
Could be cool.
Yeah, it makes it cheap to get her out. And this deck has a ton of life gain in it, so it's like, all right, cool, whatever.
I don't think I have that angel.
Yeah, I want to get the Vampire Angel, the one that's the 2 creatures on the cover. I want to get that one, but I just haven't really forked out money on that one. And I haven't ran the Ninja deck yet. I just got it. But the problem is if I run it with anybody, it's the commander is banned in dual commander. The 1v1 commander, because of how powerful she is.
Got me looking now.
Well, yeah.
Is it this one that you want?
What's the name of it?
Drana and Linvala.
Yeah. Yep, that one.
Activated abilities of creatures your opponent controls can't be activated. Mm-hmm. That is so. I actually played that against my buddy Chris, and he hated every second of
it. especially if you got that would really hurt because most of my dragons abilities aren't activated; they're triggered. Dallas bit. But yeah.
Did they score? Yep. I looked down.
So yeah, and then my brother got me a copper dragon to put in my dragon deck, so that was kind of fun as an early birthday present. So to repay my brother, I got him the One Ring for his early Christmas present. Anyhow,
yeah, you need to get Sorin if you don't have him. The Planeswalker.
Sauron?
No, Sorin. Sorin, Lord of Innistrad. He's a Planeswalker. His abilities are, for the +1 is create a 1/1 black vampire creature token with lifelink. Mm-hmm. His -2 is you get an emblem with creatures you control get +1/+0. And his -6 is destroy up to 3 target creatures and or planeswalkers. Return each card put into the graveyard this way from the battlefield onto the battlefield under your control. So you can destroy 3 of your opponent's creatures and bring them back under your control.
Nice.
Yeah, he's a pretty good planeswalker, and he's a vampire, so he goes good in that deck.
I wonder if I do have him. I know there's a planeswalker in there.
Yeah, he's a good one. I got some pretty sexy vampires and angels in there. So if you need any ideas, let me know. No.
Oh, I'll let you know. I just gotta remember my Etsy password so I could actually look at the deck list. But I don't remember.
You don't have the deck?
Not here in my office. It's currently out in the living room.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes sense.
Anyhow, so that's pretty much been my week. It's going to be another long week. So
what about today? What were you doing today? That's talk worthy.
Oh, okay, fine. I ended up downloading, purchasing and downloading, Arc Raiders.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a fun game.
Yeah, you were playing it with somebody in our Discord today. Like you were playing with War Makita.
Yep, War Makita has been asking if we're going to get the game and whatnot, and I told him Friday I would get the game. Unfortunately, I was busy on Friday, and yesterday I didn't really game much outside of Lord of the Rings Online. So I got Arc Raiders today, and that is actually a fun game. It sucks because people are humans and they're mean, but it's still a fun game to play. I enjoy it.
People are humans and they're mean. What is that?
So typical, hey, we're friendly, bang type situation. But it was entertaining. I enjoyed it. There's a lot of aspects I like about it. There's a couple I don't. But as I unlock more maps I can go to, because it's not like one big overall map, it's like a bunch of small battleground areas that you can go to and try recovering resources to bring back to the underground town. I don't remember the full story of Arc Raiders. I want to look it up. The ones we have not gone against is that what you see a lot of in videos is the Queen. I don't go up against her because I'm not good enough. My gear's not good enough. They actually recommend you have top level gear when you go fight her.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but it's a fun game. It reminded me of, I guess, Horizon Zero Dawn if they never regress to ancient times on their technology. Because you're fighting, but they're not, also the robots aren't creatures. You're fighting drones and little spider robots and little ball robots and stuff like that. So it's different. Um, but
So you're just like on this map. You just are somewhere on this map, and you have to try and get extracted. Is that what's going on?
no, so when you first start, you're on the map and you got to get into uh it's a really short intro and it gets you into the underground city, and you launch from the underground city, spawn into the map, go get as many resources as you can, and then eventually make it back to an elevator or a hatch to get back into the town. The one good thing about that is the maps, while they are small, there's a lot to do in those maps. There are quests for you to do in the game. So it's not just like go get resources, come back, go get resources, come back. It's like, hey, go do this quest, go take out these things, go fix this. And we've come across a couple, Warmakaiden and I came across a couple of groups that were hostile, and then we came into this one area. People shot at us, and then they ran one way and we ran the other way. I guess they didn't even. We tried saying, "Hey, we're friendly," but they didn't react. They shot at us and then ran.
So are you just like fighting with other people for these resources?
Yeah. Now the resources are pretty much things you can find in the world, or what you can get from the as drops from enemies. But it's big enough and there's not a ton of people on the map, so it doesn't flood the maps with a ton of people. And you only have about, I want to say, 30 minutes per map, because what it does is it matches you up with a lobby that's just opening or just open and drops you into it, so that way it's a whole set of people in there, not just like people just spawning randomly into a map already. And y'all can work together to take down an enemy, or y'all can fight each other, or you can just ignore each other and say, hey, I'm friendly, I'm just running through here. All right, go on through. So it's not horrible. I enjoy it.
I feel like there'd be way too many people that are just tools that are just trying to kill people. Like
That's in any
kind of
game
like
where you have that
kind of
option.
like kind of like Dune. Like the thing I hated the most was the deep desert, where you had the people who just like made it their life to grief people.
But
Like I
from
feel like that would be a lot in this game.
what I've found is everybody is doing their thing, but they're not sitting here just trying to grief people. There's areas that tend to spawn items, and they weren't spawn camping. They ran
Well,
around,
that's
and if
good.
they happen to see you there, they take you out. And if you call for a drop, the game even warns you that it will bring other raiders to you, and to either be fast or prepare to fight.
Okay.
So, because drops have some good gear in them.
Well, that's cool, I guess.
Yeah. So it's not bad. I enjoy it. And the graphics are phenomenal. So
Phenomenal.
shall we get into our main topic of the night?
All right, let's talk about some game awards.
All right. So on Friday, February 12th, 2025, the Video Game Awards happened. Or was it
February
Thursday?
12th, huh?
Yeah, February 12th, man.
Are you living in the future?
Yeah, February 12th. No, December. I think it was either
December 12th.
Thursday. It was either Thursday or Friday. I don't remember exactly what day. The Video Game Awards were on. And when I shot you the message, hey, we should talk about it, it was because I happened to look at a notification I got on my phone for one of the streamers I follow, and they said they were watching the Video Game Awards.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I knew they were on. I kind of caught a little bit of it. I saw
mhm.
some of the announcements that they made. I was pretty stoked about the new Mega Man game. It looks pretty sick.
Dude, what's the biggest thing I'm seeing all over my social media right now is the new Old Republic game,
Yes.
Fate
Fate
of
of
the
the
Old
Old Republic.
Republic.
Yeah,
Dude,
that game looks
everybody was
pretty wicked.
freaking out when they saw that.
That looks pretty wicked. Again, they announced the sorry, I get distracted by your horrible kicker who can't make a kick. I they announced, like I said, the expansion, the new expansion for Diablo 4, which nobody cares about.
Mm-hmm.
I think if I remember right, I think I saw something about a new trailer for the new Resident Evil game was shown that has Leon Kennedy's coming back to the franchise, which
Nice.
he's a fan favorite. That game actually looks really good. I love the Resident Evil franchise though, so I'm definitely gonna play it. I've beaten every single game multiple times, so it's almost time for another playthrough of 7. To be honest with you, I like the Village. That game is just fun.
Nice.
So yeah, they had a lot of cool announcements, but I think one of obviously the Fate of the Old Republic. I knew you were going to bring that one up. I let you bring that one up, but besides that, the Mega Man game has me hyped because I love the Mega Man franchise. I wish they would make another Mega Man Legends game because those games are really cool, like the kind of
Mm-hmm.
RPG-ish type like Mega Man games. But this one looks like it's just a really good graphics side scroller like the old school Mega Man games, and it looks really fun. So I'm kind of hyped for it.
Nice.
But the real story of the Game Awards was one game in particular.
Yeah, that game won 10 awards.
Yeah, I knew the very first time I saw Clara Obscure Expedition 33
Mm-hmm.
that it was going to win Game of the Year. I did not know it was going to win every single award it was nominated for.
All
And
right,
it was nominated for every single award it could have been nominated for. So
surprisingly, the one that didn't win on, I'm surprised about. But it won Game of the Year, Best Game Direction, Best Narrative, Best Art Direction, Best Score and Music, Best Audio Design, Best Performance by an Actor in the Game, Best Independent Game, Best Debut Indie Game, Best RPG. The one it didn't win that I was surprised? Where is it?
it didn't win Best Audio Design.
Hmm?
It didn't win Best Audio Design. That's the
You
one
sure?
that I'm surprised.
Oh no, that was
Yeah,
Battlefield 6. That's
Battlefield
right.
6 won that one.
So it
Oh,
won a
it
few
didn't
though.
win. It won. Okay. Okay,
Okay,
so
so
Best
those were
Performance
categories. It was all right. So it won Game
nominated.
of the Year. It won Best Game Direction. It won Best Narrative. It won Best Art Direction. Best Score and Music. Best Performance.
Which it had 3 people. The 3 of the characters in that game were nominated for Best Performance, and one of them won. 3 different people from the same game were all nominated. That's insane.
Mm-hmm. And it was awesome watching Jennifer English win it. Let's see, not that one.
Best
Not
independent
that one.
game. Best debut
Best.
indie game.
Mm-hmm. Let's see, not a mobile game. There's
Best
one,
RPG.
obviously. There's one that I was surprised it didn't win though, and when I get there, I'll let you know.
I don't see it. I see it just winning everything. Except
It
for the
it,
one.
it, it did not win the fan voted one.
Oh, I don't even see that on the list.
It's there.
Player's
Player's
voice. Oh,
voice.
player's voice. Yeah,
Yeah, it did
Wuthering
not win.
Waves won that one. I'm actually, honestly, if the thing I'm more surprised by is if Expedition 33 didn't win, I'm surprised that Hollow Knight Silksong didn't.
Yeah, that's
Like,
true.
neither one. I've never even heard of Wuthering Waves. Never heard of that game.
Apparently, we're not big enough in the gaming community to hear all the games. Counter-Strike is still winning games. The best esports game.
Counter-Strike? Oh, yeah, Team Vitality, Counter-Strike 2.
Yep.
That's funny.
The most anticipated game, Resident Evil Requiem did not win. Grand Theft Auto 6 did.
Well, yeah, of course.
Everybody's been waiting. The best
Everybody.
adaptation, HBO's The Last of Us Season 2.
I'm surprised that Minecraft didn't take that one.
I know, right? Arc Raiders, best multiplayer. Best sports and racing. Take a guess without looking.
Mario Kart.
Yep. Mario Kart World won it. It beat out EA Sports, FC26, F1 25, and Rematch.
And Sonic Racing Crossroads. Don't forget about
Mhm.
Sonic Racing.
Now,
One thing that makes me mad though, best sim strategy game. Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles won that.
mhm.
I don't think a game that is remastered for a new system should be able to win a game of the year, like win an award, like unless it's like best remaster, because Final Fantasy Tactics: The Ivalice Chronicles came out like 20 years ago. It
Yeah.
should not win an award for this year. All it was a remaster of the original game.
But if a bunch of younger generation are enjoying it, that wasn't around 20 years ago.
Yeah, but like there should be a category for best, especially nowadays, for best remaster. And
Now,
then it could win there.
I'm really surprised at actually what won best family game.
I'm not.
Donkey Kong Bonanza?
It's either that or Mario Kart World. Like those two are Donkey Kong Bonanza, from everything I've heard, is one of the most fun games you're ever going to play. It's literally Donkey Kong, big, beefy Donkey Kong in a fully destructible world where you could just go crazy on the whole environment if you want and just destroy everything. That sounds amazing.
I can go with that.
That sounds like so much fun.
I didn't know it was world destruction. All right. So,
But yeah, fully destructible world.
that would be fun.
So fun.
All right.
I want to switch to for that game.
Best fighting game. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Fatal Fury, but Fatal Fury City of the Wolves won it. I thought Capcom Fighting Collection or Mortal Kombat Legacy would have won it, or Virtua Fighter. I didn't think Fatal Fury would win it, but hey,
I'm not a Virtua Fighter fan either, but I am a fan of all the Capcom fighting games, like all the Marvel vs. Capcoms, Marvel superheroes, all those kind of ones. Like I've always been a fan of those. So either that or Mortal Kombat. Like I was huge. I mean, we've talked about this plenty, but I've always been huge into the Mortal Kombat games. I haven't played any of the newer ones, but like I love all the old Mortal Kombat games.
So, Mortal Kombat is my favorite fighting game of all time. Deadly Alliance. I learned how to do Sub-Zero's long combo and got told I had to play a different character because nobody else could figure out how to do the combos properly. So I was like, all right, fine. So yeah, but I thought at least Capcom Collections would have won it.
You know, one thing that kind of shocks me
Hmm.
in the best RPG category. Now, I understand we did a show about Avowed, but it
Mm-hmm.
was a very short-lived show because I didn't think the game was all that great. I'm shocked it even got nominated.
True. I'm
It was
surprised.
okay. Like, it was a fun game to play through, but it wasn't, like, not that good.
The only three games on here I would have actually put on this list were Clair Obscur, Kingdom Come, and Monster Hunter Wilds. But I wouldn't even put Monster Hunter Wilds on there because it's really not an RPG, if you ask me.
Yeah, it is. You level up, you're looking for gear, there's a story. It's definitely an RPG. But Outer Worlds is like Starfield. That's an RPG.
It is, but it only came out recently, so I don't. Clair Obscur has been out a lot longer and still won out.
Oh yeah. Clair Obscur has had to deal with every game that's come out all year because that game came out
Mm-hmm.
back in like April.
Somewhere around there, yeah.
It was
And
like beginning of the year, first quarter. Actually, I would have been like maybe March because I think it was first quarter.
I just find it funny Bethesda didn't have a game on this list, but it shouldn't have been on this list because it was a remake or remaster, however you want to word it.
Oblivion, but they had remasters in other categories.
I know, right?
So I'm saying
So
they should. Why don't they just have a best remaster category? Because it's
they
become
do at
commonplace
this
to
point. Yeah,
remaster games.
they do need one of those. But Silk Song did win an award.
Yeah, and it won a good award because it deserves to be there.
I mean, it was going up against some hard chargers to win.
Have you played it?
Silk Song, Hollow Knight, no, but
You've
I've
never played
watched it
either
play.
of them?
I've
Have
never
you ever
watched.
watched?
I've watched gameplay of them.
I would almost want like it would almost be worth it, like an entire episode just to sit here and watch you play Hollow Knight or Silk. The amount of rage that we would see as you're just getting smoked by these bosses over and over and over before you beat them would be just worth watching. It would be hilarious. Those
Do
games
it
are
old
tough.
school style.
Dude, those games are tough.
So
I'm not
the
gonna
games it beat out though were some pretty good ones that got a lot of good reviews. Death Stranding 2 on the beach.
Yeah, Death Stranding 2 was nominated for Game of the Year. So obviously it was good.
Ghost of Yotei.
The sequel to Ghost of Tsushima,
Mm-hmm. Indiana Jones and the Great Circle.
great game.
And Split Fiction, which watching the gameplay on that one is a very interesting concept.
Yeah, that game's supposedly really, really good. It's on a lot of people's good lists. So
Yeah,
I'm not
so
surprised.
it beat out some really good competition. And to be brought up with some really good competition like that, it means it is a good game. Best action game? That one's entertaining because Battlefield 6 is the only shooter on most of these lists.
Doom is a first-person shooter game.
Yeah, but it's not like
It's like a
it's
it's
not
different.
it's PvE versus PvP
See,
for the most
and
part.
I don't know if I'd consider those action games. I'd consider those like first-person shooter games.
But
Doom maybe, but
I don't
like
know.
action games, I think more like Diablo, Hades, Ninja Gaiden, yeah, Shinobi, yeah.
Two
The
ninjas
only
and they didn't make it.
there's one reason why the winner of this was Hades 2 and why there's a certain game not on this list.
And what's that?
PoE 2 would dominate this category, except that
It's
it's in
early
early
release.
access and it's not considered released yet.
Yep.
Otherwise, they would have dominated this. It wouldn't have been close.
I haven't played Hades or Hades 2, so I don't know how good they are, but I do
They're good.
want to play Ninja Gaiden 4.
I haven't played Hades 2, but I have played Hades 1, and it's very Diablo-esque, very like PoE, except it's set in like Hades. It's
Yeah, true.
so,
So
but it's good.
the next one is best VR AR. So I don't know how much I would
I
really
got
want to
nothing.
play this game, just in case I get scared. But Alien Rogue Incursion, if it's anything, and I learned some interesting facts about the Alien game where you got to sneak around and avoid the xenomorph. Forgot the name of that game. Uh, the survival game is they use two AIs for the xenomorph. One that was hunting you, and one that knew where you were. And the one that knew where you were was programmed not to tell the other AI where you were. So it had to guide it without going directly to it. And that's why it always learned as it was going. That's why if you ended up having a flamethrower, it would learn to stay out of range and all that stuff.
Uh, I could like just based off the winner, the Midnight Walk. I've never heard of that game, but it sounds
Mm-hmm.
like a game that would be kind of freaky in AR too, or in VR too.
I'm
Like it
surprised
seems like
Deadpool didn't
a
win it.
horror suspense type game.
Well, let's look at it. We got Alien Rogue Incursion, Arcan Age, Ghost Town, Marvel's Deadpool VR, and The Midnight Walk.
Yeah,
A couple of those at least sound like a horror genre.
yeah. Ghost Town. No, thank you. Gonna walk around with ghosts that just come up at me in VR.
Now, this one, I don't know many games in the mobile genre, but
Huh. There's that Wuthering Waves game that won the player's
mhm.
voice thing. It's a
uh,
mobile game. That's why.
yep.
Okay.
But the best mobile game is Uma Musume, Pretty Derby.
Uma Musume. Whatever that means.
Best debut indie game. Clara Obscure won it against a game called Blueprints,
Go ahead.
Despelote, and Dispatch.
I was gonna say, go ahead, say that. Say that.
I did, and I said it right too.
Despelote.
Which, out of all four of those games, Clara Obscure is the only one I ever heard about in that category.
Same.
Best independent game, of course, has I don't know how surprised I am on this one because Clara Obscure beat out Hollow Knight
And Hades too.
and Hades 2, but that tells you how good that game is.
Yeah. It's so good.
Now, here's one I am surprised I didn't see Bethesda on at all. Best community support.
You're surprised?
Yeah, because modders are still supporting the game. People still talk about it on a regular basis. But the winner of it, I would still put over Starfield all day, every day.
Baldur's Gate 3? Like,
Yeah,
how is that really a community supported game though?
mods, dude.
People
Just
mod that
like,
game? I've never
yeah,
even heard of that game being like a big
yeah.
modded game.
Their last update, their last official update was allowing mods.
And just like well, I guess Final Fantasy's an MMO, so that makes sense. Fortnite, of course.
I
Okay.
wish you could see how many votes each of these games got. Helldivers 2 and then No Man's Sky. It beat out No Man's Sky, but No Man's Sky only recently released the Corvettes. So, but yeah. Plus all the cosplay you get from Baldur's Gate and whatnot. Best ongoing game. You have Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, Helldivers 2, Marvel Rivals, and the winner, No Man's Sky. Beat out Fortnite.
Honestly, Marvel Rivals is almost as big as Fortnite now. Final Fantasy 14 is huge, so I'm surprised. No Man's Sky is pretty big.
Well,
I
yeah,
can see that.
especially after they fixed it and got all the stuff going on it.
We'll see how big No Man's Sky stays after Light No Fire comes out, though.
All right, this next category was games for impact. The way they described it was for a thought-provoking game with a pro-social meaning or message. So they had Consume Me, Consume Me, or no, sorry, I am so not reading that right. Consume Me. I said it right the first
Yes.
time. Pelote. Lost Records, Bloom and Rage, South of Midnight, and Wonderstop. Now, I'll be honest, I don't know anything about any of these games, but Wonderstop or South of Midnight is one that won it.
I've heard people talk about South of Midnight. I think that's the game that was it Mossy maybe that was talking about like his kid was playing it or something.
Maybe
Somebody in our Discord was talking about their kid was playing South of Midnight.
it could have been Mossy.
I think it was Mossy.
So this one is innovation in accessibility, recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience.
I don't think I'm gonna be real. I don't think any EA sports game should be on this list. There's
No,
nothing innovative about EA Sports.
no, especially when it's released every year. You
Yeah.
don't have time to do true innovation.
Atom Falls on this list? That's shocking.
Assassin's Creed Shadows, that was a good game. I've watched people play that game.
I have heard that's a good one. That's a decent one in the
And
series.
South of Midnight as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Doom the Dark
Ages.
Ages.
That game's fun.
I haven't watched that
And
one. I'm going to have to watch it now.
I can definitely understand the innovation of it because if you've played any of the other Doom games, like they've added a lot to this Doom game.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was fun. I have that game.
Now, we're covering all the ones that Clara Obscure didn't win. Best audio design. I haven't played much of Battlefield 6 or watched a lot of Battlefield 6's gameplay, so I'm not sure just how good the audio is, but beating out Claire Obscure, Death Stranding 2, Ghost of Yote, and Silent Hill F, those have some really good audio to those games.
Yeah, I mean, this is talking more audio, not music. Like realism in the audio, being able to hear the bullets shooting by your head and things like that. So I can see it. Obviously, Claire Obscure is going to win Best Music. Well, I see, and I say obviously, but Hollow Knight had some amazing music too. So it's like, man, the fact that they just like cleaned out every category just is wild, man.
They beat out, let's see, Best Score Music. They beat out Hollow Knight, Hades 2, Death Stranding 2, and Ghost of Yote. And those all have beautiful soundtracks. So these are some really hard chargers that they went through and beat. And based on everything I've heard, rightly so.
Yeah, I wish Silk Song would have won a little bit more. I wish it would have got a little bit more credit because that game is really good. But it just came out in a year that Claire Obscure came out, and that's the only thing that's stopping Silk Song from just dominating this list as well because
I want to put it a different way. Not that just Claire Obscure came out. It came out in a year that some really good games came out.
Yeah, but so if this game came out, say Clair Obscur did not come out this year, Silk Song
Mhm.
probably would have won every category that Clair Obscur did. Like
Well,
at,
it's
at
not.
least most of them.
It wasn't nominated for best game direction.
But
It
like best
was,
art direction, it would have won.
oh, of course, it's a unique style of its own. Best narrative, it wasn't
Game of the
nominated
year,
for.
it probably would have been really close for game of the year.
Yeah, because Donkey Kong's in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
But best art direction, I think, because of how simplistic and how well countered the art is in that game, I think if Clair Obscur wasn't there, it would have won. Silk Song would have won.
Oh, yeah. The art in that game is phenomenal.
And it's
Phenomenal.
amazing because it's not a lot of different colors. It's just a lot of good depth and everything put into the art style.
And if you like some of the boss fights, the art direction is amazing. Some of those boss fights are just so gorgeous and like wild. It's just so fun to watch some of the bosses. Even if you lose, you're like, wow, that was cool. Like that was really cool.
I can
If
see
I'm
that.
gonna lose, that's a great way to lose. Oh, your kicker
Let's
gonna
see.
choke again?
I don't know.
Yeah,
You're
no,
ahead
that's
of me.
pretty
What
close.
the hell was he throwing?
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm at 8 seconds.
Yeah,
How am I watching it on the same platform as you?
I'm watching it on a
On
different platform.
Oh, you're not watching
It's
it on Peacock?
it's locally televised here, so I'm watching it on DirecTV stream.
Well, that makes sense.
So Ben Starr, Charlie Cox, and Jennifer English were the actors that were recognized for their performance. Erika Ishii, who I know from
Wait, Charlie Cox was one of the voices in Expedition 33?
yeah,
I didn't even realize that. You know who that is, right?
off the top of my head, no.
Isn't Charlie Cox the actor who plays Daredevil in the TV show? Or is it a different Charlie Fox or Charlie Cox?
Charlie Cox for Daredevil Born Again. I
Yeah,
think so. Yeah, Defenders Daredevil 2015 to 2018.
but is that the same Charlie Cox that's in
Yeah,
Expedition 33?
it's the same Charlie Cox.
Huh. I did not realize he voiced a character in that show or in that game.
Have you ever looked at Halo 2's voice actors list and
Yeah, I
saw just how many famous people were in that one?
or Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Like
Mhm.
there's a lot of famous voices in that game too. There's a lot, like Skyrim has a bunch of famous ones in it.
Charlie, you go to Charlie Cox's Wikipedia, and his only video game is Clair Obscur Expedition 33. He voices Gustav.
Okay, he's the voice of Gustav. I'm gonna have to listen for that next time I pull that game out.
And I only know Erika Ishii from Dropout TV. I don't know what she was famous for.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I don't know who Konatsu Kato is or Troy Baker. And they're from Silent Hill F and Indiana Jones, The Great Circle.
Yeah, I think Troy Baker is the voice of Indiana Jones in that.
So out of all the categories, though, what's weird is really the only one that actually came up with info about the nominees is the innovation and accessibility. Now, reading it, Adamfall is Rebellion's most accessible game to date, but with accessibility in mind to make sure as many people as possible could access the core game experience. Okay, that's what they mean.
Wait, what? Hold on, I gotta
Right.
look at this.
What are you looking at?
I'm looking at the voices. Continue on with what you were saying. I'm just looking at some of this here real quick.
Now, out of everything I was looking at, though, it was only very few The only category was the accessibility one. And it's based on computers that can run it, what makes the game more accessible to different people, how they make it available, stuff like that. So it's entertaining that was the only category they do that.
So I didn't know this one either. Now I have to go through and I've only played about an hour of Claire Obscure, but now I want to go through and play even more. Because not only is Charlie Cox the voice of Gustav, but the voice of Renoir is Andy Serkis.
So fun fact about Andy Serkis. He actually did all the voices for the Lord of the Rings and the audiobook.
I know. In the new audiobook.
Yeah. And the new audiobook.
The new one.
And the way there was an interview on how he did it, and he held a mic in his hand and positioned it certain ways on how he'd interpret the person. And that's how he remembered how to portray that person, was based on where the mic was how he would do it. So if the mic was here in his face, you had, it was Gollum and Smeagol. And then up here, looking down, was Elrond. And then a little bit higher and more wise was Gandalf. And so learning that's how he actually remembered what character was what by the position of a mic in his face.
That's funny.
But hearing him always, forever and always, hearing him do Gollum will always be the one thing I always remember.
He's done so many iconic voices.
I know, but Gollum's one that everybody recognizes him for.
Yeah, that, and he was Snoke in the
newer
Star Wars movies, and like he's done so many voices.
Yeah, he's a very good voice actor. I would love to actually have him on our show one day if we could.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Let's see.
That would be fun. We'll add him to the list.
Yeah. He's also directed stuff too. Animal Farm.
What do we got now? We got Henry Cavill. We got Nathan Fillion.
Fillion always.
Of course. We got Weird Al. We need to get him on.
Yeah. Andy Serkis.
Andy Serkis. We got to get Andy Serkis on there.
There's too much.
Pretty much anybody from the cast of Firefly can come on anytime they want. Alan Tudyk, if you're listening, give us a call.
Jewel State.
Yeah.
The two that will be the most hardest to get on is going to be Nathan Fillion, number one.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Miranda Baccarin, number two.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Everybody else is tied for three.
Yeah.
Because after Firefly, I started seeing them everywhere. Summer Glau was in Arrow.
Yep.
She is also in a couple of other ones that were funny.
She was in an episode of Big Bang Theory.
True, she was. Jewel State was in Stargate Atlantis. Yeah, she is actually one of the main characters in there. So she would be hard to get on the show. Alan Tudyk, just because of his voice acting roles as a robot in Superman, that's going to make him hard. Because of one line making the movie.
Gosh. Yeah. One improvised line that made everybody laugh.
when the guy playing Superman just stops and goes, "That made the movie."
Yeah, there's a couple scenes like that, and some like it's kind of cool. Like, I mean, we could probably almost do a whole episode about weird little scenes like that. Like, I keep seeing this thing come across my feed all the time about that. It's one of the Mission Impossible movies that has Henry Cavill in it. I think it is, where he does that thing where he like flexes his arm and then somehow grows a beard.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Have you seen that where he
Thanks.
like flexes his arms and all of a sudden like his beard gets longer? And they said that that's not like a trick of magic. Everyone was looking at the playback wondering how in the world did you just grow a beard by flexing your arms? Like what just happened? Yeah, you're looking it up now, aren't you?
Yes, I am. You're going to see this live. It's on Fallout.
Oh, okay.
No, it's on, what's it called? Wow. He did look like he grew a beard.
He just grew a beard by flexing.
Mission
Like,
Impossible Fallout.
yeah. Isn't that awesome? He just like, boop, full beard. Just like, what? How did you just do that? And that's not a trick of the camera. Like, he legit just, like, he did that in the scene and it happened.
And what how Cavill responded with the joke about it. I punched so hard when reloading my fists, I actually grew a beard in that moment.
Yeah. That was great. So, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of really cool things like that in cinema, like weird little lines that are improvised that they just were like, yeah, we have to leave that in because that was great.
Mm-hmm.
So
they point out a couple of things that points out that it was probably two different scenes or two different takes. And one of them has to do with how the pocket looks.
I don't know. They said that it wasn't like, even the director was like, this isn't a trick of editing. Like we were going through editing and we're like, what in the world? And we noticed it and we're like, that is so weird. And we brought like him and Tom Cruise in and asked him about it. And they both watched it and we're like, what? And then Henry Cavill said that, like, yeah, I just reloaded my fist so hard I grew a beard.
Yeah, it almost looks like it's two different cuts because the way the pocket sits really tight in one of them, and then he flexes out and the pocket opens a little bit, so you actually tell there's a pocket there. That's where one of the things is, and it's just like, no, I could see it.
No, he's just that good.
It's a toss up between him and Nathan Fillion of who I'd want on this show first if they both volunteered at the same time.
Oh man, why would we have to choose? Imagine how good that episode would be if both of them on the show. I'll do it.
Henry Cavill, Nathan Fillion, if y'all happen to listen to this show, let's get y'all both on at the same time.
Email us. We'll take either of you single, but we'll also take you both at the same time. We could have a great episode. You know what? Really? Really? Come on, Rook. This is a family-friendly show.
You said it, not me.
I did not say it in that context. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I think that's a good spot for us to start wrapping this show up.
Yeah, that would definitely. Wow.
So if you're checking us out on YouTube, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps us out with algorithm. And we love making these shows. And the more we get to more people, the more people could potentially enjoy our shows with us. You can check us out on our Discord, which is the place to be if you want to talk to us directly or anybody that's been on our show with us before. Discord.gg/Raw Podcasts. I put announcements about the show and stuff on Facebook. I do got to get a little bit better at actually recording or posting stuff on Facebook. But yeah, so Raw Podcasts on Facebook is our Facebook page. We both see that too. So if for some reason you don't want to get in Discord, you can hit us up there and we'll message you there too. If you want to do anything business related, reach out to us at podcastraw@gmail.com. That is where we would prefer all business That way we can just have a long conversation privately between us and the person that's emailing us. Other than that, our Instagram, we got to get better at posting on there. But
Yeah,
yeah,
we don't do I don't, personally, like my own personal Instagram, I don't really do much on there either. Like I'm just not on Instagram as much as I am on Discord and
yeah,
Facebook.
I post on Instagram mainly because there's not a lot of stuff we've gone to do that do pictures and stuff. So I might start sharing stories on there just so people can get the previews to this. We also have a TikTok. What's our TikTok?
I believe it's just Raw and Nerdy.
Okay.
I think you could
So
find
check
it
us
Raw and
out
Nerdy.
there. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. So,
Yeah,
you got anything
same
else to
here.
add, sir?
Nope,
All right.
that's it.
So uh, we enjoyed tonight's episode. Learned a lot about Expedition 31's popular or Expedition 33's popularity
For sure.
and your prophetic take on a
Yeah,
video game early in the year.
dude. Yeah, it was obvious. I mean, something really, really special had to come out to beat that game because that game was just it was getting all the hype all year long. So
Uh-huh.
we saw it coming.
Yeah. All right, everyone. Well, I hope y'all have a great week, and we'll see y'all next week.
Have a great week, guys.